Yeah, this fire's still going on, obviously, and you can see firefighters dumping what water they can get up this hill onto this home. You can see them shooting water onto the top of the home where flames are still just shooting right out the top of this older home here in Concord, Massachusetts. It's right along Fairhaven Hill Road. If you take a look from Sky 7.
Kiki, Adam, and if there's any good news here tonight is that this did not happen during rush hour. I do want to go ahead and set the scene for you here at North Station. You could see buses making their way through here. Those buses are going between Government Center and Leechmere, making stops there along the way to make sure people can get to their destinations tonight. This after a power outage.
Adam, police say the man on the bike is going to be okay. As far as the damage to these cars, we'll take a look over my shoulder. You can see they're in bad shape.
Yeah, Justin, I don't know if I'm ready for this snowstorm, but the road crews certainly are. They're the ones that are important to be ready for it. They've got the salt and the dirt piled right back there. They're all ready to load it up onto the trucks to hit those roads early tomorrow morning.
Yeah, Kim, team officials say they actually turned to the community for help with the name. More than 1,000 people provided 218 different ideas, and in the end, they went with a longtime fan favorite.
So after doing the Jennifer Lawrence wedding, Kevin was able to take Sunday off, but he's back to work on Monday with another 100-plus guest event. Reporting in Norwood, Michael Yoshida, 7 News Night Team.
An outpouring of support for Lieutenant Menard, family, friends, and firefighters from across the country filling St. John's Catholic Church earlier today to remember and honor a hero. A final farewell for a fallen hero. A somber salute for Worcester Fire Lieutenant Jason Menard. Firefighters from across the state and country lining the streets to honor their brother.
We're trying to live up to the ideal that he showed us, sacrificing his life so that his crew and the victims of the fire could survive.
To the sound of bagpipes, Lieutenant Menard's helmet and casket making their way inside St. John's Catholic Church. Family, friends, and firefighters filling the church, offering support to Lieutenant Menard's wife of 16 years and his 3 children, who were awarded the Medal of Honor, the highest honor given to a firefighter.
To our comrade, your last alarm, you're going home.
The 39-year-old was killed while heroically saving 2 of his fellow firefighters, including Chris Pace, who remains hospitalized. Pace's brother delivering the eulogy.
He took his oath as a firefighter seriously, which makes him not only Chris's hero, but he's my hero, my family's, your family's, and all of our communities. His actions are the reason my only brother is still here today.
Lieutenant Menard's death adds to a tragic list of Worcester firefighters who have died in the line of duty, 9 since 1999. Loved ones say the 9-year veteran absolutely loved being a firefighter and put his family first.
Jay is a guy who always had a smile on his face and a natural ability to make everyone feel special.
Following an emotional service, Lieutenant Menard's casket is carried outside by his fellow firefighters, with his family close behind, as a community said their goodbyes to a beloved man who made the ultimate sacrifice.
To Jason Menard, who selflessly gave his life for the good of his fellow man, his tasks completed, his duties well done.
And following the services here earlier today, Lieutenant Menard was laid to rest at St. John's Cemetery. We're live tonight in Worcester. Nathalie Pozo, 7 News Night Team.
Fierce flames shooting from a mansion in Concord, Massachusetts. Firefighters battling not only the intense blaze, but a lack of water, too.
We were hampered right from the start with water supply problems, and it took us a long time to get a solid water supply in place.
Crews used a nearby tank of water, but that quickly ran out. Firefighters then driving in water tankers to help.
Every tank that comes up here is about 3,000 gallons.
Gallons and gallons of water poured onto the home. The fire started Friday morning, and officials say 2 people inside the home were able to get out safely as the flames quickly spread.
We thought we had the fire that was in the rear of the house, and it just ran the walls, old school building, balloon frame. And so the fire started extending to the 2nd floor and then the 3rd floor.
Firefighters pulled from the home and forced to fight the blaze from outside. A neighbor capturing this video of the intense scene. You can see the flames through the trees.
Fearful for these guys, hope that they're safe, and that obviously it doesn't spread.
Neighbor Rod Malitsky says fires and the shortage of water in the area has been a concern.
Yeah, it's been a constant sort of struggle because it's actually one of the oldest water systems in Massachusetts, private water systems in Massachusetts, and it's obviously flawed. So actually a lot of the neighbors have been putting in wells over the last few years, and we're next. That might speed up that process.
Friday afternoon, the fire was still burning, a devastating sight just days after Christmas.
Kenny, he's there! Touchdown, Titans!
Former Tennessee Titan Aaron Kinney is no stranger to New England. The tight end spent 7 seasons in the NFL and took on the Pats right here at Gillette back in '04.
It was cold.
Yeah.
Really cold. That was the game. I think the wind chill was minus 25.
And now Kinney is back in Massachusetts, but he's suiting up for another team.
This is the best way that I know how to use, the skills and talents I've been blessed with to give back is to be a part of the fire service.
It's that passion for helping others that took him from a league jersey bearing his name to a new uniform representing the fire department he now leads. But this wasn't a snap decision. Kinney started as a volunteer firefighter in the early 2000s during his off seasons with the Titans, but his contract meant he couldn't go near the actual fire.
Don't get me wrong, I had a really, really good itch to just say, go in there and, help, but, I know I can't do that.
But now, as chief, a decade later, he faces flames head-on, using his NFL skills and experience to guide him.
Competing in football, you learn how to deal with adversity and, to push yourself to achieve uncommon things, and I think you have to do the same thing in the fire service.
The Norfolk Fire's slogan, Dare to be Different, and that holds true to Kinney's career path and with who he's rooting for in the Pats-Titans matchup this Saturday.
You got a game coming up.
Yes.
And it's a big one.
It's a huge one.
Who are you rooting for?
I am rooting for the Titans. I take some flack for that around here.
But try not to hold it against him. One day he and his team of 25 brave men and women might just save your life.
Football teams are fairly tight-knit groups. It's like family, and the fire service is no different.
It's funny because before our report, I was going to say I give Kinney a pass for rooting for the Titans, and it's like the cosmic sign that they just did not want me to say that. But honestly, he's celebrating his 1-month anniversary with the Norfolk Fire Department today. Wishing him a big congratulations, doing some amazing work. That's the latest live outside Gillette Stadium tonight. Juliana Mazza, 7 News.
Thank you so much. A World Cup champ honored in her hometown.
Hi, how are you?
The rain not keeping admiring fans away from lining up to meet soccer star Samantha Mewis, getting autographs and taking pictures during senior night at Whitman-Hanson Regional High School.
I love being from here. I think that it taught me a lot about having good values and what it looks like to work hard.
Sam, as she is known around here, is a 2011 grad who was inducted into the Athletic Hall of Fame during a halftime ceremony on the field where she spent most of her high school years.
I grew up as like a 7 and 8 year olds ball girling on the sidelines for her, and now that she's here on my senior night is just I'm lost for words.
Many in these two towns were glued to their televisions over the summer as the 27-year-old and the rest of the U.S. women's national team brought home the World Cup. Sam's coach says the girl he has known since she was 5 years old is an inspiration on and off the field.
Getting to that level, performing well, but then to be the classy young lady that she's been from here all the way through is just, it's remarkable and inspiring to the young ones.
The women's national soccer team also came home with a new fight, suing U.S. Soccer for gender discrimination, claiming the Soccer Federation pays women who had more success significantly less than members of the men's team.
I think that one of our main goals with this is to inspire young generations and all women, minority women, women from all different professions to understand their value and their worth in the workplace.
The midfielder who plays for North Carolina in the National Women's Soccer League says it feels good to see soccer having such a positive impact.
I just feel so supported by this community, and I would love to give back to it in any way that I can.
And after that halftime ceremony honoring Sam, the Panthers went on to win 2-0. We're live tonight in Hanson. Nathalie Pozo, 7 News 19.